Hello, welcome to the CSA Leaders Network Organizers Toolkit Part 4, Group Sustainability and Benefits. Monthly invites are a very important part of the CSA Leaders Network group, and an invite template form is to be completed and emailed to the SCSA liaison 6 weeks prior to the meeting date. Invites will then be sent out by the Society of Certified Senior Advisors 3 weeks before the meeting. The RSVP will go to an individual selected by the group with a recommended deadline of 3 to 4 days prior to the meeting date, or based on the need of the venue. If the venue needs information before that, it's important to honor what they need. A big issue that a lot of organizers have in CSAs at the local level is access to the CSA database, and this seems to be a controversial issue. I want to make sure to address this very clearly. SCSA owns the database of all active certificate CSAs and candidates. That database is not given or sold to any third party. We protect the information of all of our members. CSA Leaders Network Group organizers must sign a non-disclosure form in order to have any access to the database for their geographic area, although this is not necessary. Some like the information to be able to use to phone and follow up, but the locator is also a way to get that information from the CSA website. The database will only be used by designated organizers for contacting local area CSAs for Leaders Network meetings and events only. Under no circumstances are CSAs or CSA candidates to be contacted for solicitation of any kind. SCSA is happy to send out the invites so that the individual organizers don't have to do this and have a concern then about CAN spam laws. It is very difficult for an individual to send out emails to large groups of people without them blocking you. Also, by the method with which we send the invites, anyone receiving the invite has the ability to unsubscribe from receiving those invites, and therefore we're honoring them and that we are not bothering them or bombarding them with unwanted emails or requests. So this is a really important point, and we want to protect our CSAs. Membership is key to any group, and a membership application form must be completed by all members of the local group and turned into the membership committee chair, who then will turn it into the society. Dues are optional and the decision of each individual group. The membership committee must maintain a group roster, which is to be shared with the SCSA liaison in order to update the SCSA database. It's important that the society have this information so that the benefits, such as a discount on the conference, be passed along to the individual members of the CSA Leaders Network groups around the country. Here are some of the member benefits that come from being a part of the group. As I just mentioned, the group rate for the CSA annual conference is extended to all members. They get invited to all meetings and events, networking opportunities, social functions. They keep their continuing education going effortlessly, involved in community outreach and volunteering, information and resources. In the aging industry, the Society is happy to supply all information. We have a tremendous amount of content that we are happy to share with all of the Leaders Network groups. And then showing a leadership position within the individual CSA's community. An annual calendar is very, very important to have CSAs see that your group is viable and has ongoing meetings and events. Your monthly invites will include a calendar which will encourage CSAs to plan ahead. Schedule in advance all of your meetings and social events for the year so that we can post your calendar on your monthly invites. It also helps in terms of looking at the programs, looking at the balance, making sure that you design the programs you want, and then seek the subject matter experts as the facilitator or speakers for those events. Location and program can be listed as to be determined, but it's great to get your CSAs to get the dates on their calendar. Encourage your CSAs to post it to their calendars for the entire year. When you schedule your meetings one at a time, and they cannot see a future, it makes buy-in a bit more difficult and the sustainability of your group much harder. Meeting at the same day of the week or time of day makes your meetings easier for the CSA to remember. We want to thank you. Bringing CSAs together in your local area is greatly appreciated by CSAs and all of us here at the Society of Certified Senior Advisors. Your leadership matters, and by working with other CSAs will help achieve the goal of making life better for older adults and their families. Together, we will demonstrate what is different and valuable about how we work with older adults and their families as CSAs. And we want everyone to do well by doing good. Thank you so much. Well, this is the conclusion of the series of the CSA Leaders Network Organizers Toolkit, and I hope that this has been helpful. But if there are any other questions or concerns, please feel free to call the Society of Certified Senior Advisors and ask for the liaison of the CSA Leaders Network. Thank you so much for your time.